with the save.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang! Curry splits the defense behind the back. Fires a three. Oh!
Trent from the field, 17 for 39. What a move by Rose. Oh! Threes by Paul George. 4-second difference. LeBron on the fly. Got his own miss and puts it up and in.
NANI?
Do my eyes deceive me?
Yes. Yes. Yes! Come to Papa!
Hey, yo, what is this? What are these sounds, man? Oh my god, I apologize on behalf of my editor. He's kind of sus, man. That was out of pocket. Damn, I know you haven't seen a game in like 6 months, but like, control yourself, man. Control yourself. God, let's just get back to the video, man. I'm so sorry, guys. With the NBA playoffs around the corner, I thought it would be interesting to start looking at the teams in the bubble, specifically the ones in the playoffs, to see what teams have a legitimate case to win the championship this year. I sort of went over Philly's chances in my previous video, so check that out. Not gonna lie, kind of blew up. Run that shit up to 100 views. But anyway, without further ado, let's talk about one of the premier teams in the East, the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat currently sit at the 4th seed with the record of 41-24, which is pretty surprising considering they missed the playoffs altogether last year. The reason for this huge turnaround has got to be for the amazing offseason they just had in 2019. For starters, they were able to acquire Jimmy Butler by trading Josh Richardson to Philly. They then drafted Kentucky sharpshooter Tyler Hero with the 13th pick, and finally took a chance on some undrafted rookies, namely Kendrick Nunn and Duncan Robinson. With these additions and the emergence of first-time All-Star Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat have been one of the biggest surprises in the league. But the question still remains, how good are they really? Through the course of the season, Miami has played a brand of basketball similar to many teams in the league, opting for more perimeter shots rather than inside looks, but they have absolutely become elite using this playstyle. With shooters around the perimeter like Hero, Nunn, Dragic, Crowder, and Robinson, it's no wonder why the Heat boast the league's best three-point percentage at 38%. All 5 of these players shoot above league average from 3 on 5 or more attempts, so it's dangerous if even one of them is open, especially Duncan Robinson. Now, this may be going on a tangent, but I think it would be, as Stephen A would put it, blasphemous if I was talking about the Heat's success and not highlighting their best shooter. Duncan Robinson may just be the most underrated player in the NBA. This man just last year was in the G League and is lighting up, I repeat, lighting up the NBA. Robinson is shooting an absurd 45% from 3, which is 4th in the NBA with 8 attempts a night. He clearly is a marksman from 3, and I'm honestly just confused why he wasn't in the NBA earlier. One stat that puts his shooting ability into another category for me is definitely related to his corner threes. Out of his 543 attempts from 3 this season, 25% or 136 of them have been from the corner. The crazy part about Robinson's corner threes is that he, through the season, has made 50% of his attempts from the corner. Essentially, that means every time Robinson was shooting a corner 3, it was a coin flip on whether he made it or not, which is absolutely filthy.
That is blasphemous! That is blasphemous!
For me, this is just an example of how prolific Miami's offense can be when it's running on all 4 cylinders. Having multiple shooters on the court, like Robinson, at the same time not only allows for easy buckets, but causes defenders to be cautious. Miami has implemented a system where ball movement is critical to their success. During the course of a game, you see everyone be involved on an offensive play, not just standing in the corner, like some other teams. They always make sure to find the open man or pass the ball to make the best play. Though this playstyle has caused them to be one of the slowest teams in the league, with their pace being ranked near to the bottom, it has allowed them to be one of the best passing teams in basketball, being ranked 5th in assists per game. With their shooting and ball movement alone, the Heat are just as good as any team in the NBA and can cause mismatches easily. Currently, their offensive rating, which is a stat that measures the amount of points a team scores in 100 possessions, sits 7th in the league, ahead of other elite teams like Toronto, Denver, and Utah. Clearly, Miami has shown they can compete with teams at the top, but closely looking at their all-stars may prove they may just be one. Miami's elite offense would be nothing without their star players, so let's talk about them. To start off, let's talk about Miami's biggest move last season, acquiring Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is arguably having the best season of his career, as the Heat have made him the best possible version of himself. Though he's put up better scoring numbers in previous years, Butler has become a better facilitator with his 6 assists this season, and that greatly benefits his team overall. By playing with more offensive options than his previous years, Jimmy has been able to take a back seat on most possessions and allowed himself to become less ball dominant, enabling others to get more touches. However, don't get it twisted. Butler is still capable of taking over games and is willing to take the last shot to earn a W. Moreover, his defensive presence around the perimeter is still at an elite level and can be crucial to winning games in the playoffs. Beside his now inconsistent three-point shot, Jimmy Butler is essentially the same player, an amazing all-NBA talent who's able to lead his team to deep runs in the playoffs on both sides of the court. He just now has become a better playmaker. Moving on to the Heat's second star and arguably most important, Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is probably one of the most versatile big men in the league. Standing at 6'9", Bam is able to defend both the perimeter and interior as good as almost anyone in the league. He could feasibly be one of the few players who can guard all 5 positions on the court at an elite level. When playing the 5, Bam can easily cause mismatches with opposing centers, as he is able to move as quick as a guard but defend like a 7-footer. He currently is top 10 in both defensive win shares and defensive box plus minus, so he clearly is an all defensive caliber player. Besides his defensive prowess, Bam has been able to prove he is a great playmaker for his size. By dishing out 5 assists a game this season, Bam not only helps to feed the shooters on the perimeter, but keeps defenders second guessing, allowing for the interior to be open and dominated by him. Overall, both Bam and Jimmy provide something valuable to the Heat that every championship contender has. Reliable stars who are able to carry their team deep into the playoffs. When defenses get a little tight at the end of games, it's the stars who are able to take over and swing a game into their favor. At the end of the day, the NBA is a league of stars, and if you don't have any, you can't get anywhere. Rest assured, Miami has capable stars for their goal. So what do I think? Are the Heat serious contenders or just another team lucky to get to the second round? With their elite level shooting and versatile stars, I think the Heat are serious dark horse candidates to get to the conference finals, especially this year. With Kemba Walker seemingly having issues with his knee, Oladipo still not recovering from his injury, and Philly still experimenting with their lineups this late in the season, the East doesn't necessarily look like a foregone conclusion like it was maybe before the league was suspended. Getting to the finals and most likely beating the Bucks in the conference finals seems unlikely, but this year has been anything but normal. Being an optimist, the Heat have been the only team in the NBA to beat the Bucks twice this season, and in a convincing way I might add, so anything is possible. With the removal of home court advantage and fans, the Bucks' amazing home record is deemed useless these playoffs and may play a role in their demise. At the very least, they should be talked about like the Celtics and Raptors, as a team who has a small chance to dethrone the Bucks in the playoffs. Numerous teams throughout NBA history have shocked the world. Why can't the Heat be the next one? This year's playoffs, though different, may just be one of the most exciting ones we've had in a while, and I, for one, cannot wait. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.